Hello and welcome to a new episode of Score Sheet. As we are saying goodbye to 2018, we are going to dedicate 2 episodes to say thank you, to have this harvest of sports, to say thank you to all the Egyptian athletes in many sports who did great and who raised the Egyptian flag worldwide. The first episode is going to be totally dedicated to squash, as we do have a number of titles which were grabbed by the Egyptian athletes, the Egyptian champions of squash. We are going to start immediately right after the short break, so stay tuned. Welcome back. We are going to try to move from day one, from January 2018, to what was happening even few weeks ago. And we are going to start with the 2018 JP Morgan Tournament of Champions. Well, the final was purely Egyptian. As usual, we are going to have a lot of purely Egyptian titles when it comes to squash. The then world #1 on the women ranking, Noor El-Sherbini. Noor El-Sherbini was claiming this title or having the top position for such a long time. And she lost it to another Egyptian only few even days ago. But then she was the world #1 and she did great in front of her fellow Egyptian rival Noor El-Tayeb. El-Sherbini lifted her second Tournament of Champions title and her third World Series title in a row after twice fighting back from a game down against US Open champion Noor El-Tayeb. This is #1. #2, and taking you to the artist, to Ramy Ashour. Ramy Ashour is one of the most talented Egyptian squash players, but unfortunately he suffered and unfortunately still suffering many repeated knee injuries. But in March 2018, when he was back from an injury, he did great in the Grasshopper Cup. Ramy Ashour wins the 2018 Grasshopper Grasshopper Cup. A peerless performance from Maverick three-time world champion Ramy Ashour saw the 30-year-old Egyptian and compatriot Mohamed Rabie's 12-match winning streak to triumph in the final of the 2018 Grasshopper Cup, his first title win in 7 months. As I said, due to injury, Ashour rolled back the years, and he had memories of the performances that accompanied him during a 49-match winning streak throughout 2012 and 2013 as he stormed through the draw to take the title without dropping a single game. This was the artist, and we wish him a speedy recovery. Ramy Ashour.
So Shorbagy ripping off a poor service, so starting to warm up here. 6-5 now.
Yeah. Befuddled.
Oh, that was ripped
help.
in. That doesn't help at all. Talking about adding insult to injury. Ramy Ashour thundering this into the cross-court nick. That couldn't be any quicker.
Just found the angle there. That's a stroke, Joey.
Dr. Ashour.
We'll review it, but it's going to stay.
It's going to stay. He was all over this.
Yep, there's no backhand drive there available.
Yeah, easy to determine. Ramy Ashour takes. Ramy Ashour is enjoying this. That's typical of Shorbagy. He's on it.
The oohs and ahs are just getting louder here. That is amazing!
Oh. Well, the whole arena erupts. Shorbagy looks at Ramy Ashour. Ramy Ashour gives a thumbs up. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Mohamed Shorbagy covering 22.5 meters more than Ramy Ashour in that rally, 132.5 meters. Well, quick point back for Shorbagy. He's not letting Ramy Ashour take a cushion at all.
Just to go back to that monster rally, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Ashour covered 236 meters, 98 shots, so that's 2.4. That was down. That was down.
So the ball was down, the referee silent, hasn't said anything yet. He's called the score, but he didn't say anything about the decision.
Ashour leads 2 games to love.
Oh, that's inside out there. He's just angled it in beautifully, so 6-all.
6-all.
Well, and this is what you could see. You could feel this was going to happen. Anything that's loose, I mean, he's going to gobble that up all day long.
Yep. Ramy Ashour is motoring 9-6. He's now got 4 championship balls to win his 4th event in 3 years. Shorbagy's given up, so Shorbagy gives up. Ramy Ashour goes through.
11-8, 11-9, 11-6.
He's done it. The Maverick is back. The Maverick is back.
Mohamed Rabie.
I just wish he would get a wild card for El Gouna or something, because he's not going to be able to play there due to not entering, which is a nightmare. But Ramy Ashour has won his 4th event in 3 years here in Zurich. Last time he played, he had to pull out injured. 51 minutes, masterclass first 2 games, particularly 3-game victory over the current world #1. So Ashour has played 16 events in 3 years, and this is his 4th title.
Ja, und jetzt kommen wir zu unserem Hauptakteur. Fantastische Woche hat er gehabt. Was für Squash haben wir gesehen, was für Dives. Und am Schluss hat er doch fast jede Rallye für sich entscheiden. Er wird nicht umsonst The Artist genannt. Der Siegerpokal wird überreicht vom Urs Steiger. Und bitte nochmal einen grossen Applaus für den Champion vom Grasshopper Cup, der Rami Achour. Rami, congratulations once more. The stage is yours, the winner's speech.
Yeah, I mean, I just gonna keep it brief this time. I first of all just want to thank Mohamed for an amazing match. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of these. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully you're gonna get a lot of these matches in the future. And I wanna just thank, of course, a lot of people who have been helping me back in New York. And I wanna thank my sponsors, Prince, Farco, Salming. I mean, they've been supporting me all the way, and this is just a little gift to give back to them. And I just want to thank you guys for being here and all the sponsors. It's just been a really good week, and I hope I can come back again and again. And I'm sure we're gonna have one day here in Zurich a tournament as big as the tennis tournaments. I have this feeling. I don't know if this is gonna happen or not. Maybe. But yeah, thank you so much, and. We'll definitely see you again. Thank you.
Welcome back. Well, we are going to tackle a title which was grabbed by Noor Sherbini in May 2018 this time. We are going to have musical seats, by the way. We are going to repeat names because when we go to the world of squash, we do have specific names who are all the time competing in the final, raising the Egyptian flag. It was in London on the 20th of May. Egyptian squash player Noor Sherbini was crowned champion of the 2018 Alam Bridge Open Squash. World number one, the then, of course, Noor Sherbini won the title after defeating her compatriot, world number two, Rahman in the final game by 3-0. The tough game lasted for 47 minutes. This year's Bridge Open marked the last opportunity for players to earn points for the season-ending Dubai World Series finals. Well, Noor Sherbini and Rahman are all the time introducing superb squash when they play together. And I really feel great when I hear, when I listen, when I know that fans are competing to have a ticket to watch those great two Egyptian players. Let's watch, and then we are going to turn back with more.
Yeah, she's mixing it up nicely in the front corners. She's been really clinical, able to convert every opportunity that she's had. El Sherbini's been really solid so far.
5-10 game ball.
She looks like she's moving well and hitting well. Well, Rahman was left stranded there, so first game goes to Noor El Sherbini. Yeah, good volley. Could this kickstart Rahman Walili here?
And out, 2-4.
It's just what she needed. I feel like she needs...
After Amr Shabana sort of gave up his Egyptian national coach title, because he was here working with all of them. Another solid point from Noor El Sherbini.
8-7.
Wow, what a shot. What a way to finish the game.
11-9. Game for Shabini.
That is a brilliant shot.
2 games.
Well, another point for El Walili.
10-7.
You said big push as well. 3. Well, Walili hasn't even got a look in on these 3-game balls.
Another really quick run of points in favour of El Shabini this time.
We're going into a tie break. Oh, wow, what a rally. What a rally. Incredible get there from Noor El Shabini to survive in the rally.
And out.
You almost felt like it was going to be a destiny to close it out then. And there you go, she's done it. Noor El Shabini for the 2nd time in her career so far is the Alam 2018 British Open champion.
14-12.
Wasn't quite to be for the enigma Rahman El Walili today.
Receiving her trophy from Dr. Asim Alam, our champion for 2018.
Well, taking you to another title, which was grabbed by Shorbagy, Egyptian Mohamed Shorbagy, and this was in June 2018, and Noor Sherbini, the respective men and women's world #1s. This was in June 2018, triumphed on a thrilling final day of action at the 2017-2018 ATCO PSA Dubai World Series finals to claim the prestigious season-ending titles inside Emirates Golf Club, and this was on the 9th of June. Overcoming competitors Ali Farag and Rahman El Walili, another 2 Egyptians, meaning that the golden square was purely Egyptian by then. The respective men's and women's world #2s, Shorbagy and El Sherbini, etched their names onto the trophies to bring the curtain down on what has been one of the most competitive and thrilling encounters and seasons in the history of the PSA Tour World Tour. Well, this is all the time what's taking place when the Egyptians are competing together in the world of squash.
Still a game ball for Farag.
What a rally.
And there's the error. Shorbagy went for it.
Game to Farag. Farag leads.
This is important. Very, very important first game, but particularly for Farag as a confidence builder in this final.
He's now getting exposed.
Well, it's more urgency. He's becoming a little bit submissive again, Ali Farag.
6-2.
Shorbagy the dominant force at 6-2 in this second. You can have the smiles and the grins and the kind of exchanges after the match, PJ. And he's all over the... It's very, very submissive. He just
9-3.
does not want to unsettle Mohamed El Shorbagy. That is a very odd second game. Beginning of the second game, Mohamed El Shorbagy showed what he wanted to do. He always does that in response. Very strong start to it. And then Ali Farag just kind of basically lied down to have his stomach tickled.
I mentioned it before as well, that when Farag goes into this just monotonous hitting,
That's
there's
what
no
he's
breaking
doing.
up of the rhythm, there's no injection of pace onto the ball to give himself options to hold the movement of El Shorbagy. It's too rhythmic. And Shorbagy will go like this all day long.
Well, Shorbagy staying very, very strong, not giving anything away physically. Making a lot of ground now.
7-2.
5-point lead in this third game.
Because at the moment, El Shorbagy is just ploughing his way through this final. If you just look at the intensity of the movement, the first 2 steps, off of the tee and off of the shot from El Shibagi. They're so much quicker and more dynamic. Ali's got a lovely rhythm and a flow to his movement, but it's got to be more powerful. Doesn't quite have that spring in his step that he had in that second game.
Oh, he read it! He read it! He read it, and that's the difference. The smile from Farag and the shouting from El Shibagi. I wouldn't have been smiling after that. I'd have been headbutting the floor after this one, PJ.
Game ball.
So near, yet so far for Farag.
Game ball for the beast.
Well, I think if El Shibagi wins this third game, Joe...
Oh, he's hit the tin! He's hit the tin. Shibagi roars again.
Shibagi leads 2-1.
Ali Farag. Primarily due to the 6-minute second game. Better 1-2 from Farag. It's well straightened, very well straightened by Shibagi. This is an unbelievable rally.
That's
this
brilliant,
is
that's clever. This will certainly open up the lungs. It's hurting.
Yeah, he's going to get a let ball there. He's not going to get a let ball. He's not going to get a let ball. Wants to crack on. He's looking at him. Why is he looking at him?
Both players are bent over double. He's still smiling. Not sure how you can manage to smile after such a rally.
Maybe it's just that kind of grimace smile.
It's clever again. It's 4 points in a row for Mohamed El Shibagi, marching again into the service box.
Championship ball.
2 championship balls still for Mohamed El Shibagi. He's appealing and he's done it. Mohamed El Shibagi has retained his title
Shibagi 3 games to 1.
here in Dubai.
9-11, 11-3, 11-9, 11-8.
El Shibagi battling away, showing great mental strength, physicality, trademark of his game. 51 minutes for this final. El Shibagi taking out Ali Farag at the best of 5, 3 games to 1.
Taking you to another 2 Egyptian names and to China Open this time, and the 2 names this time are Ranim Al-Walili and Mohamed Abul Ghar. Egyptian duo Ranim Al-Walili and Mohamed Abul Ghar were the 2018 JP Morgan China Squash Open champions after they defeated France's Camille Serbe and New Zealand Paul Call, respectively, on finals day at the Peninsula Shanghai, which overlooks the famous Shanghai Bund. Al-Walili captured second China Open crown after the current world champion defeated world number 5 Camille Serbe of France, and this was the straight wins over the French player for 5 matches. Now they are much more. Meanwhile, Abul Ghar then capped the superb tournament by lifting the biggest PSA Tour title of his career after the distinguished display in front of hundreds or maybe thousands of fans. Well, this was Ranim Al-Walili and Mohamed Abul Ghar, and this was China Open.
You've prevented him from getting to the ball. You've prevented him from getting to the ball. Stroke to call. Stroke to call. A5.
And now, 6-8.
Yes, let's.
Yes, let. 6-8.
Yes, let's.
Yes, let.
Yes, let's.
6-8. Down. 7-8. Now. 8-all. Nine, 8. Ten, 8. Match ball. Mm. 11-8. Match to Abuka. 3 games to love.
Mohamed Abougar, welcome. Woo! A huge congratulations to Mr. Mohamed Abougar for your great effort, and you have won the champion of this tournament. 有请我们。
Down. Hand out. 6-2. Seven, 2. Hand out. 3-7. Start up. Hand out. A3. No let. No let. Hand out. 4-8. Down. 5-8. And out. 9-5. Down. 10-5. Championship ball. Down. 11-5. Match to Walidi. 3 games to 1. 11-5. 8-11. 11-6. 11-5.
Renee Willili. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the champion of the female final, Miss Renee Willili. Renee 在4天的比赛当中，凭借扎实的技术和过硬的心理素质，顶住了对手们一波波的冲击，最终笑傲黄埔之巅，获得最高的荣誉。
Taking you to the US Open, which was held in October 2018, and we do have 2 Egyptians who were able to lift the trophy. This time, they were Shourbaghi and El-Wilili. Reigning world champions Mohamed Shourbaghi and Ranim El-Wilili claimed silverware on finals night at the FS Investments US Open Squash Championships after they defeated Germany's Simone Rosner and world number 1 Noor Sherbini respectively at Philadelphia Drexel University. 2017 runner-up Shourbaghi captured his 3rd US Open title after the world number 1 twice recovered from a game down before putting a squash 5th game display to overcome world number 5, the German Rosner. Rosner was for many times maybe the only compatriot, the only rival in front of many Egyptians, but thank God he was defeated by Ali Farag and by Mohamed Shourbaghi so many times, especially this year, so congratulations. And with all our respect to Rosner, you were great, but not in front of our beasts inside the glass court. The 27-year-old Egyptian who lost the world number 2, Ali Farag, last year's final, this is what I was talking about, had beaten Rosner in all of 14 of their previous encounters on the PSA Tour, and he weathered some attacking squash from the German to extend the record, lifting the 34th PSA Tour title of his career. This was what was happening in the US Open back in October, and who were able to lift the trophies were purely Egyptians on both sides, males and females. They were Shourbaghi and El-Wilili. Congratulations.
And this is where you start to see what reserves are left in the energy tank. Oh, some serious rat-a-tat squash.
Ridiculous hands.
In and around the front of the court. Simon Rosner's reactions.
Ridiculous hands, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
On this bit, the
3-5.
adjustment.
Off the half volley as well, just clips
feet.
it off his toes,
Jay.
yeah.
Oh my gosh! That is a scandal. Simon Rosner, we're playing in a basketball court here. The court is actually situated in a basketball hall, and he could have easily slam dunked. Check out this. Wow. 2 feet off the ground.
So Joey, at the moment, Rosner looks the stronger of the two.
And there's the error. Shabagi looks shaken. Simon Rosner is as cool as a cucumber. He's asked for the new ball, Shabagi. I realised Kermit the Frog was in the house. It's wide.
Yeah. But
really,
again,
really
the
wide.
accuracy has just dropped a bit, hasn't it, into those front two corners, just a bit late
he's
on the
just-
ball,
sure.
Rosner.
Rather than lifting it out, as you were saying. Yeah, just it's kind of, he was lifting earlier, wasn't he?
Yeah, this is where things can get a little bit, a bit tiring.
Oh my goodness me. This is, oh my word, wow, how did he do it? How did he do that? He was under the kosh. The backhand drop shot had to be good, but he was feeling it big time.
Well, he just took a glance across at Mohamed El Shabagi there, Joey. He won the rally. He knows
5-7.
how hard that was for the #1 seed as well.
So Shabagi closes down the 4th game.
11-8. Game to Shabagi. 2 games all.
It's very happy to just go up and down, waiting for a position here, seeing if Rosner will open up or the German will make an error.
You can hear the oohs and the ahs in the crowd.
It's good. It's brilliant. It's very well played by Shabagi.
Played the big points well.
Really patient predator. Counter-punching.
7-2.
Keep pushing, let's go.
Still no error from Shabagi.
No, it's been very impressive. 4th and 5th games from El Shabagi have been pretty much immaculate.
First point for Simon Rosner for quite some time in this 5th game.
3-9.
Oof.
Just manages to...
He's hanging on for dear life here, El Shabagi.
Oh, he's done it
For it again.
He's got it. There's the error. So Mohamed El Shabagi takes his 3rd US Open title here in Philadelphia.
8-11. 11-8.
First title of the 2018-19 season for him. Regaining it back from Ali Farag, who won this event last year. So a terrific performance there from Mohamed El Shabagi, particularly in that 5th game where it really counted. 73-minute marathon. Mohamed El Shabagi managing to stave off the fantastic German Simon Rosner to win in 5 to take his 3rd US Open Championship title.
There's a window for El Walili.
Oh, she's done it. El Walili's done it. The Enigma has been on fire here. She is the FS Investments US Open champion of 2018. What a performance by El Walili. She's pretty much unplayable in that form. Well, she has added the US Open Championship to her collection of major titles. What a performance from El Walili.
Your 2018 FS Investments US Open Squash Champion, Rahman El Walili. World, you just beat the world #1. Do you have your sights set on becoming the world #1 once more?
Yeah, well, it's only the beginning of the season. It's only, you know, like the second or third tournament of the year. So it's very hard to tell how things are going to go from here. But I hope I'm going to try and do my best every match, every tournament, and hopefully I can get back to #1. I really dream about it, but you never know what could happen. But I'll work hard for it. I just still want to thank more and more people. I'd like to start by thanking US Squash for putting up this great event. It's been a great week. It's always great, always very organized, and they take very good care of the players. We'd like to thank them for that. Thank you for Drexel University for hosting us for another year. The entire PSA staff this week, you've been great. Thank you so much, everyone. I'd like to thank Joe Zaret. I don't know where he is, but he's been taking care of my body here in Philly for like 6 years now, maybe. So I'd like to thank him for that. My coaches, Aysam Aifat and Ahmed Faragallah, thank you for being here this week. Congrats on the title for you guys too. Shona from PSA, thank you for your work with me this week. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, Wadi Degla, CIB, Harris Sports, and Abu Yir Petroleum. I'd like to thank the crowd for being amazing, like always. Thank you.
To Ali Farag. And Ali Farag was also great this year, despite the fact that he did not achieve something together with his wife, Noor Taib, as he did in 2017. But this was the Qatar Classic, the 2018 Qatar Open for squash. Egyptian Ali Farag, the 26-year-old from Cairo, delighted a partisan crowd inside the Khalifa Tennis and Squash Complex Doha as he defeated Germany's world #5. This is exactly what I was talking about. Simon Rosner in straight games to win the 2018 Qatar Classic to mark his second PSA World Tour Platinum title victory. Farag's defense of his maiden Platinum title win, the US Open, was crushed by Rosner last month when the pair met in semifinals of the 2018 edition of that event. But the world #2 earned his revenge with a near faultless display to down Rosner. Well, it was 3-0 and they ended 11-9, 11-7, 11-5 for Farag, so he did it in front of Rosner.
Good deceptive post. Rosner's read him. He's read him.
Oh, he was there like a giant oak.
Rosner looked heavy there, Joey.
Yeah, he's needs to think his way through this if he can, Johnny. It's easy to say when your heart rate's...
Huge step the wrong way there from Rosner. And
game ball for Ali Farag. Oh, nicely done. Ali Farag produces his best shot. On game ball. Got half of Cairo here in Doha. And that is a slipstream from Ali Farag. Simon Rosner was held, and then he went off to the airport here.
2.
Oh, wow, Rosner's whipped it round. And fight of Simon Rosner. A bit scrappy down this wall. A few ones hitting the sideball there, and then another one. Rosner making use of the trickle bows, going in like...
Incredible, out of the back corner. That was very, very tough.
Oh, the overstretch! The overstretch, so Farag holds on. Yeah, the chance for Ali.
11-7,
Harry Farag
for at least 2.
The man in the white shirt is extremely miserly tonight. He's not giving Rosner anything to work with. Just when things couldn't get any worse, and Ali Farag cross-court just falls out of the
2.
league.
Waiting for his opportunity. It didn't have to be super special, just working the ball intelligently into the front corner, waiting, popped it in.
Championship ball.
Out. And he's done it, Ali Farag's done it. Taking his second major title on the PSA World Tour, his first major title of the 2018-19 campaign. He's the current world number 2. Very, very important points for him here in Qatar. What a support that he had in the final. Every single person, nearly 1,800 people here, pretty much all cheering for Ali Farag, Johnny.
Yeah, there was a few there in the crowd calling out during the last rally.
Oh, just thanking all the dignitaries there.
Ali is also going to launch a European squash balls your way. If you're lucky enough to catch one of these balls,
Ali Farag, 46 minutes, managing to overcome Simon Rosner to win the Qatar Classic. 3 games to love.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Qatar Classic champion, Ali Farag.
To Hong Kong and to Shorbagy in Hong Kong. Mohamed Shorbagy, he was really great in Hong Kong, meaning that to lose a game for him, this was a catastrophe. So he did it, and he did it in a superb manner. Well, this was on the 25th of November 2018. Mohamed Shorbagy claimed the 2018 Hong Kong Squash Open title for the 4th time in his career and the 2nd in a row. Tell you something, between you and me, this was totally expected. Shorbagy beat his competitor Ali Farag 3-0 in a 39 minutes game, 11-6, 11-7, and 11-7. The Egyptian champion equalized other Egyptian legend Amr Shabana record of winning the Asian tournament, and on the other hand, Rahman al-Walili lost by then to New Zealand Joal King in 50 minutes, and her game was another exhausting encounter as she was all the time moving from a place to the other. But by this even defeat in the final, she earned the top position, and starting December, Rahman was number 1. So it was not a defeat, it was a way to say welcome back to the top position, Rahman al-Walili.
Kabir, he's done it. Mohamed El Shorbagy
11-7.
is champion
Match
in
to
Hong
El
Kong
Shorbagy.
for the fourth time.
3 games to love.
Squash of the highest
11-6.
order.
11-7.
Mohamed El Shorbagy.
11-7.
Confirmation that Mohamed El Shorbagy has taken out Ali Farag 3-love in 40 minutes. 11-6, 11-7, 11-7 to lift the title here for the 4th time in Hong Kong.
The men's champion of Everbright Sun Hong Kai Hong Kong Squash Open 2018. Your biggest round of applause and welcome from Egypt, Mohamed El Shorbagy. Now please take photo and look forward to the middle.
Back home. And we ended with this because despite the fact that it was in September, so we are back in time. But because this was not a one-person achievement, it was the team. Egypt beat England to remain women's world team champions. Why? When we are together, even our happiness, our joy, our achievement is bigger. Defending champions, Egypt defeated England 2-0 late in September to remain on top, to remain the women's world team squash champions in a repeat of last edition's final in Paris. The Egyptian team was again too strong for the English team in this edition's final in the Chinese city of Dalian to clinch their 4th title since 2008. Egypt reached the tournament final 4 times before, facing England in all of them, with the English team winning in 2006 before losing to the Pharaohs in 2008, 2012 and 2016. Egypt booked a place in this year's final after recovering 5th seeded Hong Kong, while the English team passed 6th seeded opponents France. And especially with this triumph, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received the great names in the world of squash to honor them, and not for once, but for 2 times in 2018 to say thank you very much, you did great, and we are all the time expecting from you a lot of trophies, a lot of titles bearing this title, an Egyptian player. By this, we come to the end of our very first harvest of sports episodes to say thank you, as I said in my intro, to all the athletes who did great for the Egyptian sports arena. And next time we are going to continue, but with other sports, with other names, with other athletes who are now very much famous and well known to the international sports arena. To be continued, but we are going to see you next year, inshallah. On behalf of Dr.Mohamed Rabie, Amr Fathallah, the staff of our Studio 35, and myself, Nermin Abdel, many thanks for watching, always and forever, from the Egyptian capital. Assalamu alaikum.
We'll be right back.